South Africa's asset forfeiture unit seized properties, cars and aircraft linked to the politically connected Gupta family worth more than 250 million rand (DH 76.3 meters), according to the country's National Prosecuting Authority. Assets include luxury cars, farms, residences, a helicopter and 2 other aircraft, the NPA said. The Monday raids came after the High Court in Bloemfontein in the Free State province granted an order against people and companies associated with suspected theft, fraud and money laundering related to Gupta-linked company Estina. The case is about a state-owned farm that was leased to Estina under a free 99-year contract in 2012. The regional government agreed to help develop it, but earlier this year prosecutors said most of the 220 meters rand in public funds transferred to the company ended up in the hands of the Gupta family. Law enforcement agencies arrived to search the Gupta family compound. AFP in February, former Oak Bay Resources and Energy Chief Executive Varun Gupta, former Oak Bay Investments Chief Executive Nazim Hoa, acting Oak Bay Investments Chief Executive Ronika Raghavan, and Ashu Chale, the Chief Executive of the Gupta family's Sahara Computers, were among 8 people arrested on graft charges related to the farm and later granted bail. Mr. Hoa's house in Johannesburg's Greenside suburb and 5 of his cars were among the assets identified for seizure, according to court documents provided by the NPA. 11 properties linked to Ms. Raghavan were also on the list along with company-registered cars that included brands such as Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, Land Rover, Lexus and Lamborghini. Members of the South African Asset Forfeiture Unit descended on the Gupta's heavily protected compound in the upmarket suburb of Saxonwold. AFP. The Gupta family, who have fled South Africa, have been accused of using a friendship with former President Jacob Zuma to win state contracts and influence government appointments. Mr. Zuma and the Guptas deny wrongdoing. Separately, South Africa's state-owned power utility is working with the National Treasury to source more coal for 7 of its plants that don't have adequate supply, raising the specter of a return to rolling power cuts that have periodically slowed the economy since 2008. Read more. End of the line for South Africa's Gupta family. Beginning of the end for the Guptas' hold on South Africa. Eskom is diverting coal to the under-resourced stations from facilities that have sufficient supply, spokesman Kulu Faziwa said on Johannesburg-based broadcaster SAFM. The supply problems stem from mines, run by Tageda Exploration and Resources, a struggling company controlled by the politically connected Gupta family, he said. There are some difficulties, that's the situation they're managing now, Mr. Faziwa said of Tageda. From our side, we're looking for a replacement supplier as soon as possible to make sure we don't go back to the days of load shedding, especially as we're going into winter, he said, using a local term for rolling blackouts which the country was forced to last implement in 2015 after 7 years of power shortages hindered economic growth. The logo of state power utility Eskom outside Cape Town's Coburg nuclear power plant. Mike Hutchings, Reuters. Tageda is a company controlled by the Guptas through Oak Bay Investments and a son of Mr. Zuma. In December 2015, it bought Optimum, which includes a mine of the same name, the Bloemfontein operation and a stake in Africa's biggest coal export terminal, from Glencore. Last year, the company sought higher prices from Eskom for its coal. Oak Bay said in August that it agreed to sell Tageda for $247 million, DH 907 meters, to Swiss company Charles King. The disposal was expected to be concluded in 12 months, Oak Bay said at the time.